Hey, welcome everybody to the 5-Pin Pro League week number 8. We have your commentators today, myself, Kerry Kreitz, Dexter Wiseman, and Tim Wiseman, all from the Dream Crushers. I know DB was flaring that Mark and him are the favorite commentators. We'll find out today.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue that. That's totally fine.
Gerald can talk for the both of us really well, or three of us all in one. So
that's true. True enough. All right. So we have some pretty good matches set up today from the Rusted Petal division. Let's look at the standings as we are after week 7. Holy Rollers are leading the way. BPG Bombers are in second. Next Gen, Toppler Roses, T-Bay Club, and the Mighty Plucks. Obviously, some of these teams have had more matches than the others, and we'll get to see what's on the up and up today.
Yeah, the Holy Rollers came out absolutely flying last week. They had a great match against Regina. Played fantastic. Toppler Roses have been, they played 2 games, and both those games they were absolutely dominant in too. So I expect a good match this morning, right out of those shoots.
I think it's a big match for GP. They have a couple games already played ahead of Toppler. I think it'll separate the field a little bit in that Rusted Petal division. But with Toppler, they haven't played since, I think, the first show. So, I mean, they have a lot going on. I think it's Marcello's 18th birthday, so he might be a little bit tired from the night before. But we'll see how it all works out. But they're a great team, right? And so I think it'd be a good match for the first one.
Yeah. So we have the GP Rollers playing Toppler Roses in match 1, and then Toppler will be playing the T-Bay Bowling Club in match 2, which also I do believe only has 2 matches played as well. Mm-hmm. And then the T-Bay Club versus the BPG Bombers, and the BPG Bombers had a big week last time they played. So Absolutely. We're set up some for pretty big matches here.
Should be a great morning.
Yeah. Let's bring in our managers for the teams this morning. So from the GP Holy Rollers, we got Gerald. And from the Toppler Roses, we have Stacy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a very nice Christmas tree, Gerald.
Thank you very much. It's not a tabletop.
Countertop.
Right.
So, Gerald, the GP Holy Rollers here, this is your 6th match already. You're going to be 6 weeks in, halfway through the league. So we're going to kind of know where you guys are situated after today. How is the team feeling coming into this match against the Toppler Roses, who haven't played since week number 1?
The team's feeling really good. I mean, you guys, we've played a lot of weeks. In the last 5 weeks, we've played 4 times, I think, right, or something like that. So, these guys are always jacked up. We get some Baileys and coffee into us in the morning. I mean, we get some coffee into us in the morning, and they're always ready to go. But we do understand that we had a little jet lag there against a couple of Edmonton teams there a couple of weeks ago, which we know hurt us, right? So they want vengeance on that. So. Yeah, and you had to bring that up in the precast there. You had to bring that up. So yeah,
it was just Tim. It wasn't.
Oh, that was Tim. That's not surprising.
That's no big deal.
No, so they're jacked up and ready to go. They're definitely excited.
Perfect. And then Stacy, Toppler Roses, obviously had 2 really big matches to start off the whole league, and then you had this long hiatus due to scheduling and stuff like that. So how's the team feeling coming into week number 8? This is your next 2 matches that will lead you halfway into the season.
We're doing good right now. If you could have seen everybody this morning, it's like we're the oldest team for sure. But besides Cello and Parker, the rest of them super old. But they're just having maybe some team root beer schnapps for breakfast. So I think they're probably okay.
We have a theme this morning. And in all fairness, you're all a lot younger than Gino is, so you're doing okay.
I don't know if you could see Kevin the first thing this morning. I'm not sure, guys.
That's fair. That's fair.
True enough. Yeah. So Gerald, what's your starting lineup for today?
So we're going to start same as last week. We're going to go in Robert, Corey, Scott, Sean, and Danny, and Carter. Carter will be sitting on the bench waiting to possibly come in.
Perfect. And then Stacy, the Roses lineup.
Yeah, Parker, Marcello, Pam, Jennifer, Kevin. Rich is on the bench.
Perfect. All right, you guys have a great match, and whenever you're ready, we'll get the match started.
Good luck,
Perfect.
Stacey.
Good luck, Gerald. Have fun.
See ya. Yeah, you too.
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah. Hopefully the cameras clear up a little bit and the Toppler Roses get their lineup going here.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good match. I'm interested if Hawka lasts a full game. I don't think he's lasted a full game yet, so and I know that's his goal. So
yeah, no, for sure it is.
Great
Robert
start by
sets up
Robert.
the strike. There you go. All right.
Having him in leadoff is kind of not a bad thing either. I mean, normally you want somebody quick up there, but you know, Robert's a guy that hits the middle a lot. He's ultra talented, but he gets really slow. So at least if you put him up top, you know, he could throw lots of strikes and then have everybody just roll right away after. I don't mind that position at all.
yeah, if you're gonna have a slower position, yeah, either first or last, right?
Parker comes out with an absolute bomb.
A little bit choppy there in Toppler. See if I can fix that too.
Corey starts off with a 3-pin and then picks up her side. Just want a big shout out to Cello for his 18th birthday. That's commitment showing up for this first thing in the morning on your 18th birthday after you sneak out to the casino the night before. So kudos to Cello for having the commitment to showing up for this in the morning.
I think they're awfully tired for sure.
Yeah. Good start for the top of the Roses so far. Strike, chop off. Great shot by Scott. Scott was messaging me yesterday saying that he's going to focus on being a little bit more aggressive, and I think he's right. That's exactly what he needs. He's been working on a few things, and it just looked a little bit tentative out there. So he's working on being a little bit more aggressive on that first shot. Pays off.
No, John missed in the middle, and Pam ends up with 15, so she cleans it up. Oh, it gets tapped.
The infamous penalty shot, right? That's
the miss.
Oh, I'm trying with the headpin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some obviously very talented players in this match. Looking at the individual standings, there's 7 or 6 players above 260 average. The rest are all in that 250, 230 range, but some have obviously been pulled. They had a bad start or stuff like that. So all these players are playing hot, and should be good to see what their final tallies will be here.
it looked like Danny was expecting a little bit different result than a split on that one, pointing that one out and getting a split out of it. But
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But both ultra talented teams. I think Parker might be one of the most underrated players there is. He is so fundamentally sound and solid on every single shot. That guy gets on a roll, he's going to be hard to stop. So a bit of a slow start for both teams. Both going to be rolling into the second frame with only 2 marks.
Yeah,
but that's the beauty of match play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin will pick this side on the left to make it all square. 73 points a frame or a team.
I mean, the great part about the 5P Universe Pro League is most people, we've all played against each other in some capacity. I don't think, other than maybe Robert, I don't think there's anybody who's played against their opponent across, like Robert versus Parker maybe, but the rest, right. I don't think they've ever played against each other. So it's all brand new kind of all brand new kind of games, which is great.
Absolutely. Just another absolute bomb by Parker there.
So we are missing team totals on the Toppler Roses for this game, so we'll try and do our additions again.
I'll break out the calculator. An absolute bomb by Robert there too. Yeah. This could be a solid match in the number one position up there.
Yeah, 2 doubles are at the top.
Yeah, and I don't think their scores add in either for the total for their marks. Like, doesn't
right?
No. So for the viewers out there, GP has Carter Stretch on the bench, and then Top of Roses has Rich Weber on the bench.
Yep.
So that brings again a little bit of a different feel. I mean, obviously, Corey's in for the full game there, and then Rich can go in for anybody on the other team here.
Yeah, exactly. We have 2 ladies on the starting lineup, so their male substitute can go in for anybody. Which is, do you guys feel it's a huge advantage for some teams that they have that option? They're not limited to 4 substitutes; they're limited to the whole team.
I think it's a huge advantage if you have good ladies, right? That's the important part. You just got to make sure you have good ladies for those positions. So yeah, if you have 2, Hall of Fame players and Am and Jen, then yeah, that's an absolutely huge advantage for sure.
Right.
If you have a couple of ladies who are struggling hardcore, have them in as a 200 average. I don't know. I don't know if you want to start both of them at that point. So yeah.
Well, speaking of Pam throws a strike and Jen punches. It's a little bit slow starting for both teams at the beginning here.
Yeah, it's strikes or nothing at this point. But that's the beauty of match play, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're. Well, it looks like somebody's popping over to take a look at the scores over there, but I don't know how closely they're watching the scores at the moment. But it is definitely they're playing the same sort of game at the moment.
Yeah, like you said, I don't know if there's much score watching till after the commercial break, right? And then you kind of see where you're at, and if you got to dig deep, pull up your socks, or if you got to keep the pressure on, or whatever the situation may be for your team.
Totally. As you're going along, you know how good your team is doing. If your team is throwing nothing but strikes and spares, there's no point in even looking. You're just out there trying to throw good shots, right?
Yeah.
Good half by Kevin.
12 count for Danny.
I like the confidence in his shot. He's sure on every ball. He's not getting the results he's looking for, though.
No, we sort of talked about it on podcasts. He's kind of underrated. Nobody really knows who Danny is, but people are starting to get know now. Solid player, hits the middle lots, but struggled there and missing the 12 spare. I guess that's the hardest spare in bowling, right, Kerry?
That's right.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Not me. It's an Easterner thing. Brad Glynn brought that back from the coast.
It's the easiest game mathematically there is to spare. If
Easiest
you don't
game?
make it, sorry?
Easiest game?
Easiest spare in the game. Easiest spare in the game. 2 spare, mathematically. You just got to get it out of your head.
No.
Gerald had a lot of confidence on that shot.
Yeah, he was all over that one. Oh, Parker. First miscues by the leadoff bowlers here.
Jonathan, to answer your question, it all depends on, I guess, tension, I guess, on where your mats are located. There's a a leeway on your mats where how far back they can be or whatnot. So sometimes they might kick back and do whatnot on there. Your pin break as well, right? That's another thing that can control it as well a little bit.
Yeah, there's a few. The pin breaks, not so much unless they're activated for no reason. But definitely the mats and the matting positions and the materials you use for the mats, and then and then depending on where you're at in certain places have some pins on the top of the machines that effectively shorten the strings and make things a little lively. So there's that too. But yes, basically those pins or mat position is the biggest thing that'll cause that.
So Robert had a huge open up there. He went 5 miss on a double, and Parker threw his spare, and then both Corey and Marcello both struck.
Yeah. Scott with another punch, unfortunately, there. So GP Holy Rollers, like we were saying, they already have 21 points, but they're already 5 games in, right? Like this is, you have 8 matches total. They're 5 in. This is going to be their 6th. This is, I would say, would have to be a huge match for them just in order to give them some spacing, because the top 4 teams, only the top 3 move on, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. So if you're thinking like the top half are gonna make the playoffs, then you're gonna definitely want to stay over 500 at bare minimum, right? So right now they're 21-19. So they definitely want to win to stay over 500. You lose, you're probably going to be under that 500 mark, and you know that you're going to have some tough matches coming up. Not only that, you're having teams like the Mighty Plucks who are unfortunately getting blown out a little bit. So you've got to try to stay ahead of those people that are feasting off of those teams taking lots of points, right? So lots that could still happen going down the line. They are definitely looking for a win here. That'd be really big for them. Because even like the Toppler Roses are, they're 4th right now, but they're 13-3. In 5th is the T-Bay Bowling Club, and they're 8-8. They've only got 2 matches in. They're at 500. So we have 5 teams over 500 right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Good shot by Danny there. Finally got what he was looking for.
Jonathan, mentioned the Holy Rollers scoring system I usually see in 10-pin centers. It goes both ways. It's frameworks through Brunswick, so they can convert it to a 5-pin and a 10-pin. Out here, before everybody started upgrading, there was a lot of Brunswick frameworks out there.
Tim, I'm pretty sure that scoring system is Mendez.
No. Holy Rollers decks.
Oh, Holy Rollers? Yeah, so you're right. Yes, Holy Rollers are, frameworks.
Yeah, please mark that down in my Tim is right category.
It's his second mark out.
First on the list.
Oh
my God.
Good shot by Parker. 3-pin just died.
Robert's just struggling a little bit here.
I think Carter's probably got to go start limbering up a little.
Yeah, it's tough with 5-dash 3-pin through the hole, right? That's your leadoff bowler. Oh, big clean. Maybe you found it.
Every time he's on the lane, I'm not going to lie, I think my internet's freezing. It's just that slow and doesn't move. And I'm thinking...
Stream's going down.
Stream's going down, and then all of a sudden he moves. It's like, okay, all right, we're good.
Yeah, it's tough. He comes in and throws the double to start that goes 5-dash 3-dash. That's tough. And all of a sudden you start thinking that he might be the guy to get pulled, but you have Daddy down there too, is yet to hit the middle in the first ball yet either.
And Scotty's struggling a little bit too, right? So
yeah, Scotty's in there punching, but
good for Corey to come back from a rough start.
Yeah,
that's a big double. Good half by Cello.
There he goes.
Scott with a great shot there. So I mean,
He's-
Scott's on the middle, right? So
His ears must be burning a little bit, right? We're talking about him.
I think this is a big shot for Sean to see whether he's going to have a possibility to stay in the lineup or not.
Now, here's the thing. Do you think certain people have a little bit of a longer leash, so to speak, for the first couple of weeks of a pro league? Somebody like Sean played very well, right? Does he get a little bit more of a longer leash than maybe somebody else who's struggled a little bit?
Well, I would think you would kind of be looking at that, right? Sean's been averaging 280 for the matches he's been playing. It's tough just to yank him when he has a rough start, when you have somebody that's playing that might be only averaging 230, right? And they're struggling as well. I think definitely you give a longer leash to the player that's hotter.
Yeah. I guess the thing is since it's so spread out, like if you go and play in the Open, provincials, or nationals, it's all one weekend, right? For these guys out here, you could play really hot for a week or 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden you might have like a 7-week break like Toppler. It's really tough to have that indication whether the average really has that much of a pull, right?
Yeah, true. All you can go by then is the situation they've been in, right? If they've been in that situation, they're averaging 280. You're hoping that's going to be the common theme, right?
Absolutely.
GP, huge frame there. I know Robert kind of struggled, but he cleaned up his wood, and the rest of the team picked him up. So
yeah, really solid frame here now. Toppler's here trying to match that, and Kevin throws a straight to match the double. Hopefully, good shot by him. So what we're looking at for totals right now is the obviously GP Holy Rollers. It's sitting at 337. That should be with marks counted in, and with marks counted in on the Toppler Roses, they are at 356.
Marks are not counted in for the GP Holy Rollers.
No.
They have to be. Otherwise, I've got 75. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way it's not.
I'm gonna
For the bottom total.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Parker slipped, fouled.
Oh wow. Yeah, the totals are balanced on the bottom with marks.
Sounds like Robert's getting the yank over here.
Yeah.
Jakarta stretch comes in for Robert.
Yeah. In frame 5.
Great shot by Cello there.
So obviously Parker did foul there. I don't see the foul on the scoring system, so we'll have to keep that in mind.
Good shot by Pam, just catching the left side, hoping it's something that'll roll out into that two pin.
Side.
Did that sound weird to anybody else?
Yeah, I thought it was a chick yelling, and it was just Gerald. It almost like his voice broke. Side. There we go. That sounds more like Gerald.
Two really good shots by Corey there.
Let's come back.
Awesome. Yeah. Big recovery after the first two frames and smooth sailing now. Jen's struggling a bit.
Well, she had 3 plows, right? So,
for sure.
Again, no different than Scott. She's probably just playing with something, trying to make that adjustment.
Good half. Good cover.
Yeah, Toppler's coming back with a big frame here too.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 dash on that strike is not what Scott was looking for, that's for sure. Especially now that he's at no risk of getting pulled. So he's in there now, so got to figure it out.
I know how they feel. I mean, obviously they're already feeling like crap for missing the middle like that. But as a bowler myself, I think that's my biggest. I get so angry when I go 5 miss on something, right? You already made that mistake once. Like we all kind of professional enough where we can throw it into the wood maybe or figure it out. But they'll come back and they'll make a stronger back half for sure.
Yeah, 100%. That's the one thing that you really just don't want to see any balls with dashes.
Yeah.
It just feels terrible.
Yeah, you want to be picking a stick at all points, right? Adding to your score.
So that's a really big frame there for
Toppler.
For Toppler, absolutely. Another solid, mostly black frame. So they are at 475 with marks counted in.
Right, and Danny's just finishing up his frame here, and we'll read off the totals to you guys, and then we'll go run into our first commercial break. So what does Toppler have for 5?
475.
475
with marks included?
With marks counted in. Yeah, obviously not their counts coming up, but with the marks counted in, they are at 475.
Okay, so 10-point difference.
GP at 465. All right, here we go.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
All right. They obviously had some approach issues there, so hopefully they got that all fixed up, and we're ready to complete the last half of this match.
Perfect.
All right.
If Stacey hasn't gone to bed, I don't know why that wasn't fixed up already.
I'm sure she's out there making sure her team has the best conditions they could have.
Absolutely. So GP definitely looking for a big back half here.
Yeah. Interested how everybody comes off the break, right? I mean, that's the fun part about this pro league. You never know what you're going to get from either a good start or just a dud after the 6th frame.
Yeah, it's strange how it works that way.
Yeah.
Big spare.
Good half by Carter.
Yeah. I think for us, I mean, Victor's obviously been super, super, super solid. I think that's probably his worst frame is 6th frame.
How super solid was he?
Super.
Super,
Times
super,
5.
super solid.
Yeah. What's for breakfast, Dex?
A piece of cheese.
Oh, wow. Jesus. As we talked about.
Parker just looking a little bit tentative on that shot after sticking the shot before. You could see he's not comfortable with his footwork right now. Scott with another head pin. Looks like it doesn't matter where he's hitting that. It's chairing it out.
Yeah.
That 3-pin looked pretty inside, and he still managed to cherry that.
Marcello got roasted on that corner there. Yeah, I don't like Scott. You were saying he was telling you he was going to be more aggressive and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how aggressive you are if it's not where it needs to be in the pocket. It's doesn't roll out very well.
And there's a line between being aggressive and overthrowing the ball too. You want to be aggressive without hucking it.
Yeah.
Speed does not equate to.
And Cello just cheated there. It is your birthday, but we won't allow it.
Yeah, no chance, kid. Fix that up. Yep, corrected. Good to go. So for Toppler, you think you got to be getting pretty close to making a change here soon.
Yeah, I think Rich is just ready to jump in and start throwing bombs, right? He wants to get in.
But where would you put him? I mean, all the matches right now are leading. Or for the most part, maybe the Corey Marcello part, right?
You're right, Tim. You would normally think that, but that happened for the Dream Crushers, and
It did,
out.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
This is where the coach's got to realize where their player's at and where their match is at, and
ultimately,
right?
Individual matches don't matter nearly as much as team total. So if you're fighting for team total, sometimes you got to make that change regardless.
I just think it shows how much confidence Danny had putting in Carey in the last 3 frames, right? Maybe Stace doesn't have the confidence in her husband, right? I mean, we just don't know about those things, right?
I like that's where you went with it.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I gave you a compliment, then I slammed Rich. No big deal.
So yeah, Toppler came out of the break, not the greatest. Jen hopefully righted the ship for them, and see what Kevin does here on his triple.
Great shot.
4-bagger.
Ham bone.
Yeah, the old ham bone call. Yeah, the Holy Rollers need to get going here. They need some energy. Hopefully Robert can provide that with a good first shot, and Parker's going to try and right his
Carter?
game here.
That
sorry.
That 5th frame definitely hurt GP. You're looking at Toppler Roses going into the 6th frame with 704 with marks in. Or going into the 7th frame, yeah, with 704. Looking at GPs, it was 565. So definite advantage to Toppler at this point.
Yeah.
Great shot by Cello. All right. Here's hoping Corey goes out and throws a strike. Need a bit of a spark for that team at this point.
Pam throws a strike. Let's refresh our feed here really quick.
There she
There,
goes.
Corey. Yeah. Big double for Corey.
That's huge.
Oh,
Great shot. All right, now the one person that looked like, could have had a bit of a hook getting pulling on her there, comes back and throws a double, so immediately puts that hook away. Big frame by Toppler here.
Tim Baldwin is requesting a little more enthusiasm on the ham bone next time, if you could.
well, I can tell you right now, I have a feeling we're not going to be calling many of those for the Bombers, so we don't.
Oh,
We don't.
We were really hoping to get a Yahtzee out here, but
Yeah.
unfortunately. That would have been a two-way Yahtzee. Is that game?
Oh,
The seventh frame would have been a Yahtzee, and
mind
Kevin would
blowing.
have had it.
yeah.
All right, Sean.
Good half by Kevin. That's an absolutely huge frame for Toppler.
Oh, Sean, there you go. And if Danny can double up, you got two doubles working. Not losing a whole bunch of ground, right?
No. That's kind of that critical part of the game now, right?
Yeah, this is the moment where you gotta dig deep and start throwing lots of marks. There you go, Danny. Great shot.
Yeah.
He's pumped up for enough for the whole team. Let's go. Big frame for Toppler and two big doubles for GP. And Sean finally getting something going.
So it's looking
10.
Toppler is at 822 to GP's 668.
Oh man. That leadoff position it's a tough one.
And so important.
Yeah.
Another huge shot by Parker.
So you're kind of looking at the totals right now. I mean, really, it's just depending on the mark carryover between the second match. You're looking at 7-1 right now. Right now, if we finish with Toppler, so the Holy Rollers trying to maybe get a couple more matches in there, get team total, and maybe get somebody hot to finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, Cello a little quick there.
Pull, yeah.
All right, so Cello's slowed down a little bit. If Corey throws the triple here, she's right in that match, and
Yeah. There she goes.
it's good.
That's a good count.
Yeah.
That puts her in the lead for a bit. If she makes the mark, it's even a little bit more of a stranglehold in it.
Yeah, if she picks it and throws a strike on it, she'd be looking at 227 and 8, which is up more than 2 balls.
Oh, wow.
That match becomes very close.
210.
210 to 181, so
That's 2 balls.
yeah, just under 2 balls. And you're always looking
Oh,
trying to count
falling corner by Pam.
You're always trying to count within 15s, right? Try to keep it within 15s. If fighting for pins, if you're you pick your pin and you're down 29 rather than 31, that's a big difference. There's a huge difference there because now you're within 2 balls, you're not outside of 2 balls.
We also got to keep in mind that I don't believe Parker's foul is counted in there yet, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh yeah, Jen with a triple.
Yeah, she found it.
Yeah, for thinking that she might be one of the targets of the pull. She all of a sudden throws a triple and says, "No, I'm staying in this match."
Sounds like a Jen Smith thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Scott punches again.
Yeah, he's out there throwing not a bad shot, just bad location, unfortunately.
Kevin throws a strike. It's huge.
Yeah, it's a huge 8th frame again for Toppler.
Yeah, they're
really
just
starting to
absolutely
pull
rolling.
away.
Yeah. They kind of found their legs. Oh, well.
So now GP, like you said, they're above 500 at this point in time. So now they got to start looking for individual points now that team total's starting to escape a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's huge. They absolutely need them. Unfortunately, those matches are hard to find at the moment now too. So Toppler sitting at 992 after 8. If we take out the foul, we are at 977.
So they're down by 200. Yeah.
Danny, a little quick on that one.
Yeah, Corey's match becomes huge at this point.
Yeah.
Danny's got on a bit of a run, but Kevin's been lights out, so that match is still on. He just got the penalty shot too. But that match is in dire straits still, even with Danny playing great. So picks his pins to get to 211.
800 team total.
And Toppler's got a ton of doubles. And those doubles are just huge.
What was Toppler's total, Dex?
977. Yeah, unfortunately, you could see the energy sort of dissipate from GP right now, too.
Got some conversation going on in the back here, the Toppler Roses.
Yeah, that's another mark there.
I think Rich has finally figured out that he's just going to go warm that bench for a little while.
Yeah.
Good sticks. Good count on the double.
Here we go. Big shot for Corey. Ooh, corner. So if Corey can hold on to her match, that's at least 1 point to the good. Gets him to 22 with 2 matches to play yet.
Yeah, and Parker, even with the foul, puts him at 223, which is still out of reach for Robert to catch.
Carter.
Big ball by Scott. I think if anybody knows us, anything under 150 is a case of beer, right? So there's under the 150 watch for Scott. No,
with Cello's punch, that gives a definite huge advantage to Corey.
Yeah, you would think Corey gets maybe the 1 point unless something happens there, right? Still a possibility if you clean up the wood.
Yeah. Scott got a spare.
Oh, that's a big spare. That's a big spare. He has to throw a good count on it, though, still.
Yeah.
You might have to buy a round of 5-pin Bruniverse for everybody when it comes available.
That's right. Sean. There you go. That's how we expect Sean to play, right? Three solid marks in a row. Scott wholly open frames. If you guys are watching this after the fact, pay attention to the comments. Some of them are pretty good. Comments in the chat.
So Cello's at 193, Corey's at 225 on a mark. That match is going to be tough. But outside of that, If Jen could throw a strike here, that's a stranglehold on that match. She left it outside.
Uncherried. Oh, through the hole again.
Oh, that match becomes interesting now. So Sean throws the double on the strike. He's getting a 195.
240 max.
Jen still has the lead, but
Yeah, she's got a 9-pin lead. So the match is in her hands for sure, no matter what Sean does. But that brings that match quite a bit closer, within one ball.
Yeah.
That's assuming Sean throws the double too, though.
Yeah, and you have to play that card though, right? You have to believe he's going to throw that double.
Yeah,
Just
100%.
how things go, right? And Kevin's throwing.
Big shot by
Solid
Kevin.
shot by Kev.
He's just been locked right in.
Refresh their scoreboard one last time, and hey, here we go, 10th frame. Looking like 7-1, but can be a 6-2.
Yay! Good shot, Carter.
Kevin broke the pins at Toppler. We have a tangle. Yeah, because the Danny and Kevin match is out of reach now as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so we're just looking at 2 points possibly. Can swing either way.
Yeah, Kevin's sitting at 281 right now, still having to have balls count on his double, so he should be. Yeah, he needs 5 points total for him to win that match. So,
Right. All right, Corey.
all right, so match one goes to Parker with 236.
Oh wow. 245, big cleanup, right?
Yeah,
Because you
pins-
238
pins are
max.
Yeah.
Good shot by Cello.
Just pick up a side here, and the match is finished. There she goes.
Yep, that'll shut him out by 2.
Yep. Good job, Corey. Secured a point for GP Holy Rollers. Probably not the match Marcello wanted right out of the bat for his birthday, but that's why he gets 2 matches today. Only because he's a birthday boy.
Maybe they're ruthless and start Rich next game.
They should, actually. Knowing that family, yes, that's what's happening.
Well, and he's 18 now, so he can be the one that runs up to the bar to grab the
All
drinks.
right.
That's
So
right.
Scott pitches out there. He has to pick up the spare.
Good shot by Pam.
That
Good
5-pin
fingers on that
Grunerverse
roll.
is going to be good beer.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh, that was a big one. 143.
Clutch.
Oh, that's clutched up. Spare strike. Toyed with us a little bit.
Good game by Pam. Easy win for her.
Yeah. It was Scotty.
Okay, so here we go. This is the other point that's up for grabs.
Oh. Went to the other side. Big shot by Sean.
Hey, this is huge.
Now it's in Sean's hands. If Sean throws the double,
He has to throw a
if
spare.
he throws the next 2 strikes, he wins no matter what. Oh, that is a huge 3-pin spare.
That's experience right there. Yeah.
Oh, great
wow.
shot. So that puts him at 225 with a ball to go. She maxes out at 234.
Just needs to
So,
chop.
Chop to win?
Yeah.
Depending on
more.
what Jen does. Yeah.
Huge
So
shot.
he needs chop. This is big. Oh,
Wow.
yeah, bombs.
What
Good for
a
him.
finish by Sean. Wow.
Have to give it to GP. They still pushed hard throughout the whole thing, and that was a ham bone. Did I sound more excited?
It's a ham bone.
Oh, that was a great squeeze by Kev. Right on the beak. Are we bringing anybody in for interviews?
If we can, if Sean is available, that would be great to talk to him.
We ain't bringing in Scott.
Well, we could. And rip them apart. And then, if Stacy wants to bring Kevin in, she can. Kevin's been solid this whole thing.
Yeah, he's been lights out.
Got 2 little bit cheesy strikes, one right on the beak and one little thin one going away. But
That's when you know you throw the ball well, though. I don't think that's cheesy at all.
you can tell that he was laughing because he knew you got away with it.
So
371.
1294 for the Toppler Roses. 2068.
6-2.
Awesome. 6-2. All right. Let's bring in our managers and our bowlers of match. Gerald, if we could talk to Sean if he's there as well. Stacy, if Kevin wants to join in, we'll talk to him as well. All right. So let's go to this. We'll bring in Sean first. Hey, Sean, how are you? Gerald has you muted there. You'll have to click that little microphone button there for you, bud.
There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
How's it going, guys?
Huge finish there, Sean, to steal that match.
Yeah, I came around there, started off slow there, but yeah, just started picking it up and it was going.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a huge win. You never know what that might mean down the road for you guys too. So
Yeah,
every individual point is massive right now. So yeah, great finish to steal that match.
Definitely.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that 0.5 on the end of that could be a difference maker down at the end. So
For sure.
Totally.
At any point, did you know you had to make those shots in 10, or did you just kind of play out 10 and just see where it went?
just played it out. I knew I had a good mark there with the spare strike, and just throw my last 3 balls and just try and make some marks. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
What do you feel about Scott Hawka? We were saying 150 at a case of beer. Was that a little bit pressure coming down for him, coming down in 10?
Here.
Listen, it wasn't for a lack of hitting. I'll say that.
Yeah. No, he was on it there. Just couldn't get the breaks, I guess.
Oh, you're just being a good teammate. I know.
We'll get him later.
All right. Well, thanks.
Yeah, great shooting, Sean. That was fantastic. What a finish.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. No problem.
All right, and we'll bring in Kevin there.
Kev,
Hey, how's it going?
good. How's it going for you?
Oh, not too bad.
You got the
Better
old bones
than I
warmed up
thought.
pretty quick. Yeah, you got the old bones warmed up pretty quick this morning.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. 371, absolutely solid right from the start. Great game.
Thanks.
So like, that makes you 3 for 3 and averaging over 300 now. Pretty solid debut to the Pro League for you.
Yeah, just trying to keep it simple and having a lot of fun with the team, so it's easy to do.
Do you think that'll keep you in the lineup for the next match?
I think so. Hopefully, you never know.
We heard Rich chomping at the bit, so we didn't know what was going to go down. But
Yeah, he's a good teammate. He's cheering us on pretty good, so I think he's having fun in the pit.
Yeah, I don't think too much rattles Rich at all, except for maybe
No.
an Adam Weber chirp or something like that. That might rattle him a little.
Maybe.
all right, well, Kevin, we'll let you go, and we'll bring in our GP manager to give him the sign off, and we'll see you in the next match.
Great. Thanks.
Kev.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Hey, Gerald. So obviously not what you were hoping for team-wise, but you guys stole a point there to get you to 6-2. So that's a huge point.
That's the way I was looking at it too, you guys. I mean, every point is going to make a difference later on, right? Now, we've got to make the difference at the end now. Where I know things are going to change here in the next 2 months. So our standings will change because of all of this. But these guys are good. There was a lot of hits there. I think I counted 10 head pins. I mean, I know they punched too, but it was, you got to be there, right? So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a tough part of the game, right?
Yeah. Oh,
if
yeah.
you're on the middle too much, it could be detrimental. But great play.
It was good.
Have to give it to the coach. I mean, you guys struggled for the most part of the game, and they never gave up, and they came back and got the 2 points they needed, right? So
that's what we were doing. Yeah.
Heard your voice crack a little bit, but I mean, no big deal. I mean, we'll have to go maybe listen back on that a little bit later. But it was a good match, and you guys gave it your all. I know you had a choice between Robert and Scott, right? For kind of a pull, right? So they both struggled a little bit, but they're both all over the middle. It's tough to pick which one you want. Right?
I just picked. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Holka's lucky he broke $1.50 there, so,
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah. He was telling me last night he was hoping that he would be able to bowl well enough to get in for the interview, the post-game interview, and we almost pulled him in for the opposite.
That's right.
All right. Well, Gerald, good job for GP. You guys have a great Christmas break, and
Merry Christmas, you guys. Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Gerald.
See you at IP, guys. Yeah.
You betcha. See you later, bud.
Right. Matt. All right, we'll run our commercial, and then Stacy is still in the next match, so we'll talk to her then, and then we'll bring in our next manager for the next match.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
All right. So our next match that we have here is between Toppler Roses and the T-Bay Bowling Club. We're going to bring in our managers here. Toppler obviously just played their third match of the league, and T-Bay is in the same situation. They only have 2 games in so far. So without further ado, Stacy Weber from Toppler Roses and Taylor Michelle from the T-Bay Bowling Club. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
How's everybody feeling this morning? Taylor, how are things going over there?
Great. They're going good. We're I think we're almost on a pitcher of beer already.
Excellent. Everyone's nice and loose and limber and ready to go then.
Correct.
Every team has admitted to drinking this morning in some way or another.
It's Christmas time.
It's 12:05 here. It's acceptable, I think.
Yeah, it was not 12:05 when they started here.
No.
So everybody's feeling good. Who do you who's home and who's away for this match?
That's a carry question.
I think we're away.
Toppler's away. All right, Toppler. Who's going to be in your lineup for this match?
Parker, Rich. I'm going to let him play this game. Pam, Jen, Kevin.
Okay, so just switching cello and Rich, perfect.
Dropping the birthday boy.
We Sammy James up top, Johnny Dubs 2 spot, Alyssa 3 spot, myself in 4, and Greg's anchor, and we got the old Schwesley Swallock on the bench.
Okay, so that's a similar lineup to the last time you guys played as well.
Yeah, correct.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we don't want to hold you guys up too long, so when you're ready, go ahead and start the match.
Right on.
Guys.
Have a good time. Let's go. Good luck.
All right.
So they're starting with the 2-lady lineup for the T-Bay Club there, as well as Toppler Roses. Having Wes on your bench is that's a phenomenal bench. He's a hell of a player, so not a bad strategy at all.
I'm trying to think who else is there. So Dan's not available then, correct?
Yeah, we'll bring up their full rosters. So for Toppler, we have Parker, Rich, Jen, Kevin, Pamela, and Marcello. That's our whole roster. And then for T-Bay Bowling Club, we have Greg, Dan, Wes, Sam, John, Taylor, and Alyssa.
I'm excited for this match. I think it's 2 strong teams, and I think T-Bay hasn't lived up to their potential. It's only been 2 games, right? So, and they're a powerhouse on paper. So it'd be great to see what they can do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tim. That team is phenomenal on paper. First time out, I mean, they played okay. They ended up 8-8 for their 2 matches, which is nothing to be upset about, but it was definitely not what they were looking for. So expect them to try to come out flying here, because the first time it's a new experience, and now it's not, right? So now settle in and try to throw well. Parker starts off with a big strike. Rich comes out with a big 3-pin. Maybe he'll have a short leash. We'll see.
He's really warmed up, you can tell.
Oh, Jesus, Rich.
Cella's probably just hating it right now.
He's probably in the back grabbing a beer.
Yeah, sure.
He'll be fine.
It's open bar, right? Open bar? Toppler? Birthday?
T-Bay Bowling Club starts off with 2 punches. So just to go over the rules a little bit here, Jonathan has a comment in here saying T-Bay has a slight advantage because they have 2 subs they can use if needed. That is unfortunately not the case. You have to designate who is available. You're only allowed to have the 1 sub, so they designated having Wes as their sub going into this match. That makes Dan Taylor unavailable completely for this match.
Yeah, exactly. You got to designate your bench player before the match. You can't have 2 bench players, unfortunately, this season.
Yeah. Slow start for T-Bay. Not an overly quick start for Toppler either. So, but that's kind of how last match started too, and then both teams sort of take it off.
Yeah. Yeah, the slow starts are. It's not bad to have a slow start, right? It gives you something to. You always think you got to get to your average, right? So if you have a slow start, that just means you got to throw a lot more strikes at the end. So.
Yeah, totally. The only time it's tough is if you have like 4 people throw turkeys at you. Yeah. Then you're down quite a bit to start, but
Taylor started this match a little bit differently. He didn't spare a head pin.
yeah, exactly. He just went with the traditional strike.
Yeah, boring.
And then Greg goes up and punches as well. So 3 punches and a 5 cherry.
Yeah. Not the start obviously they were hoping for to come out, but Kevin just expecting everything to strike, I think, at this point, right?
Yeah, it's like, how did that not go?
How did that not touch? Kevin's been phenomenal, obviously, through his 3 matches, averaging over 300 and winning all 3 points. But
incredible.
Not quite halfway through the season yet, so lots can change.
And so important in that anchor position. Just solid down
massive. There. Yeah. And holding the pose? No. Street freeze.
The timing of that hit was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that's the Elon Musk internet's kicking in here.
Yeah, I see that. All right, so Toppler starts off with a couple of marks. T-Bay starts with 1. Parker misses left. But Sam comes back with a strike, so maybe that's the spark they needed.
Yeah.
How important do you think that lead position is, Kerry?
I think it's one of the most important positions in a team atmosphere, right? The lead and the anchor are absolutely massive.
Yeah. Those are the momentum changers, really, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You have your lead come out and you have them throwing strikes and spares, and it just sparks the team. And if your team is struggling, then that's the anchor. The anchor comes out, he's rock solid and goes out there, throws a strike for the team, and kind of gets everybody rebooted for the next frame too. Both really important.
Yeah, exactly. I always think, like, if your leadoff can carry a team if they're playing hot, right? Because everybody's just following somebody that's playing really good in front of them. It's takes a lot of weight off your shoulders, makes it a little bit easier. But if the team is struggling, the anchor is one of the most important positions because they can hopefully right the ship leading into the next frame, right?
Absolutely. And as we all know, strikes are contagious. You start seeing people throwing strikes. The strikes just become easier when you see people throwing strikes.
Yeah.
They also get a lot harder. There's a reason why a lot of people wait until they see head pins cleaned up and gone before they throw their next ball. Same thing as head pins. Head pins are equally as contagious. You just gotta try to mentally block those things out. But yeah, I think having a lead up there that throws a bunch of strikes is definitely a big lift to your team.
exactly. Taylor, in his typical fashion, gets up there and rifles the ball.
The pinfall in Galaxy now is wild. Pins flying out of the pit everywhere. It's crazy.
I had some information about that. Now, where am I going to find that? Because I don't know if they're playing at Galaxy.
I'm like 95% sure that's Galaxy.
Okay.
That's definitely not Mario's. Superior just recently shut down. So
right.
I'm 90% sure that's you know what? Now I'm confused too because Galaxy used to have Pro Score and I'm not sure if they just put in Cubica. They are at Mario's. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Taylor. Mario's pinfall is crazy.
There it is. That's why. Sam with the big double there.
That's huge. John Moans is getting hungry for some ham bones.
John
Parker with the punch and kick back for the bonus 3. And John comes out with a strike. Can start to see some momentum going on T-Bay there. Starting to get in a rhythm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't bowled in Toppler in a couple of years. It sounds like they might get some kickbacks there, maybe?
Yeah, pinfall has been amazing from all accounts that I've heard. So looking forward to having the opportunity to play there at Masters this year. So, yeah. Just some small changes. Rich has now thrown 5 balls, 3 of which have been in 3-pin.
How much of a leash do you think Stacy gives him?
Yeah, it's
ball side spares on those are tough. Rich.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, it was a good shot. That's where he wanted to throw it in the first shot.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, T-Bay's getting a little run here. Together a frame.
Greg finally got it to the side too, so it's a really solid frame there for T-Bay Bowling Club.
Yeah. Alyssa with the only hiccup in that one.
Yeah, you'll take 4 marks. 4 marks a frame every time.
Oh yeah. There you go, Pam.
Pam trying to spark her team there.
The comments are letting you know, Dex, that Tim's up 1 this week and you're down 1 this week. So
that's quite okay. I'm quite all right being wrong. Great shot by Jen there. She's been throwing it out left and having that ball kind of carry back in, and that's the first really one I've seen, slide into the right pocket there. So I think that's kind of where she's aiming to begin with. That was a really good shot.
Right, Kevin's looking to do what he does best, right?
Yeah, a bit of a slow start for both him and Greg. So with Greg throwing that strike, this one becomes important, and
yeah,
it's an unfortunate punch, but
like I said, the first half of the match is kind of feelers, find your game, find where you're at, and then pour it on in the last half, but you don't want to create yourself such a big hole that you don't have enough room to get back, right?
Absolutely. You never want to force yourself to throw a 5-bagger at the end to win.
No, exactly.
Good cleanup by Kevin. All right, so 263 to 265, but TBA's got a few more marks up there, so slight advantage to TBA at this point, but still really early in this match. Great shot by Sam and Parker. But that was absolutely no doubter out of Sam's hand. That was a great ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that leash on Rich has got to be getting short. Good half.
Both of them have it up there. You don't see much lineup matching as much as you do at the Open.
Yeah. And I think that makes sense. And honestly, long term, it may just change mindsets for the way people, match lineups for the Open too. There's some coaches that do match lineups in particular situations. For example, Gary Barrett against Adam Weber because Adam can't beat Gary. But for the most part, you just want to find a lineup that's gonna, have your team click chemistry wise and just kind of, just start seeing the strikes from top to bottom, and the game feels easier, and people are following the people they want to follow, and that's indicative of better scoring rather than just match lining up too, right? So at the end of the day, you just want to win team totals, and you want to do the best things you can to do that.
I apologize to all the viewers about the monitor for the Toppler Roses. It's running on the same hertz as the recording camera, so unfortunately you're going to get that flicker quite a bit. So this is the actual split 7 for Taylor. Let's see if he can spare this one.
Well, pin came back on the deck, but not far enough right. That's a big corner spare for Jen.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps her in control of that match.
Kevin's just trying to get back to his form from last game here, so. But once Kevin finds it, Kevin's locked in.
Oh, Greg got a late faller. Kevin gets a late faller. Look at that. It was meant to be.
Good fingers for both of them.
Yeah. All right. So last frame before the commercial break. Try and put up some numbers so you don't. So frame 6 isn't so hard.
That's right. Come on, Sam. Let's give John a ham bone here, eh?
There you go.
That's a ham bone.
Tim has left the commentary booth, so the commentary initially got really good.
That's right away. So much better immediately.
Sorry, Timmy.
Great shot by Parker. John, that shot looked really good too.
Yeah.
Maybe a touch high on the left, but gets the chop and the kick back for the 12 count.
Good spare. toughest bear in bowling and made easy
Get
by
out
these
of here.
pros.
Get out of here.
Oh, Rich, little thin chop.
Hey, I think he will take that at this point. That's like 6 boards closer, 7 boards closer than his other starting first ball. So I'm sure he'll take that.
Ooh. I
Do you think
expected
he's
that.
always walks backwards without turning around? Or do
I
you
know
think
I
he's
do.
just in the open and stuff like this?
Yeah.
When it's getting tight, that's what you do.
That's right.
Do not acknowledge the coach. Do not acknowledge the coach.
Yeah, you make the coach or the manager grab you by the shirt.
That's right. Great shot by Taylor.
Ooh.
Just gets up there and rips it.
Pam, unfortunate head pin there.
That makes Alyssa's spare really big.
Greg with the 12 count.
Pins just fly out of there all the time.
I wonder if it's that specific set or if that's common at the whole center.
You know, when I played there, I don't remember it being that lively, but
see, toughest spare, Dex. Look at that.
That's your fault. You did that to
one
him.
of the best bowlers in the country just missed a single pin 3-pin.
They also miss corners all the time.
Not as much.
I blame you for that. Greg, I apologize on behalf of both of us.
The black cloud. So 551 for T-Bay at the half.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll take that. There's a couple people are struggling in there a little bit, and
Ooh, Jen with the 5-.
yeah, maybe a little PTSD from last match.
Yeah.
It's amazing how those things get into your head, right?
Yeah, for sure. All right, so Kevin's looking to get his team going into frame 6 before the commercial break here. Parker has the double. Kevin's looking for another double. They'll be down a little bit to T-Bay, but they'll keep the marks fairly even if Kevin can get this one.
Yeah, I mean, super solid frame for the T-Bay Bowling Club there. 4 marks again. That's kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, great double
I'm sure
for Kevin.
Yeah, it's huge. Double up top, double down below, and just to find some marks in the middle there. But yeah.
So 551 to 472, and we'll go into this commercial break, and we'll bring you all back for the remainder of this match.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
We'll see what they do coming out of this commercial break here. Sam going in with the 4-bagger. Hoping to keep that alive after that quick little break there. Miss left.
Yeah. Unfortunate. That's kind of the commercial break issue. It's hard to keep on a roll when you get 3 minutes of downtime, right?
Ooh, dash. Yeah, for sure. Especially when the other team, took a little bit longer on that frame too. So you have a little bit of an extra weight there. So, but Parker comes out and takes full advantage of that. So that's a huge swing right there. So now we're looking to John to try to create that bit of a spark. Big shot by Rich.
And Toppler's coming out hot after the commercial break.
Yeah, if you could do that, that's a huge advantage to your team. Because we've seen nothing but teams struggling. Well, that's a big 3-pin spare.
Ooh. I'm still a little heavy there. Little thick split. So she's throwing three splits in 6 frames.
Alyssa looking to find something here and throw a big strike to get her right back into this match.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is. Good shot. So with that ball, all of a sudden it gives advantage to Alyssa.
Yeah,
That's how
she's got
fast it
control of
changes.
that match again. Taylor with the
Great
big
shot
double.
by Taylor. I'll give him a 2 out of 10 for footwork, but like a 10 out of 10 for placement.
He always has 2 out of 10 for footwork. Hey, Jen on the side. There you go.
Good shot.
Right back at it.
That's her game right there. Right side, a little bit thick, a little bit thin, doesn't matter. Anything on the right side should go. And I was a little bit heavy on the right hand side, and everything just crunches. That's her A ball right there.
And Greg comes back with a strike for his frame.
Yeah, so big bounce back after Sam opens on the ham bone, but super solid frame by them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, looks like Toppler is making a change for the next frame. Cello will be going in for Pam. Big shot by Kevin.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Once that guy finds it, he locks in really quick.
Yeah, exactly. We got some conversation going on here.
Someone having some top shelf vodka from what I could hear. All right, Parker going for his own ham bone. There it is. That's a ham bone.
That's coming from the
John
T-Bay.
Bones morning right there.
That conversation is coming from the T-Bay Bowling Club, so can't turn up their mics over there to hear their balls hit the lane.
Looks like they got a tangle going on over there.
Yeah. Ooh, tapped. Toppler was taking full advantage of that time break, right?
Yeah, for sure. But you know what? If I'm T-Bay and all of a sudden, Toppler is running hot, they come out with 2 or 3 strikes, I would take as much time as I needed for this tangle to be fixed and go up there and let Toppler sit there for a couple of minutes after this frame waiting.
Right.
All right, let's see if Cello comes in and throws a bomb for his birthday. This is a good experience for Cello too. I mean, he's never had the opportunity to play the Open or things like that. So here's an opportunity for him to learn what it feels like to come in off the bench cold.
Yeah. Sam throws the big comeback strike.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to want the 6th frame back, but still a great start to this game.
John just missed.
Yeah, he's close, but still kind of all over. You know, he's making his spares, but he's not getting good hits. And yeah. Great shot by Jen.
Yeah, it was a huge double for her.
This is turning out to be a huge frame for Toppler.
So John is being subbed in for Wes. Wes is coming in for John. Sorry.
Yep. Great shot. So Toppler has come out really firing after this commercial break. 3 doubles up there. That's huge.
Yeah,
that puts some pressure on T-Bay here coming down the line, trying to make sure that they try to match those doubles because they're so big in the team atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh, Alyssa gets tapped.
Good shot. Just buried in the right pocket.
Yeah, so that's a huge 2 frames for Toppler. Putting tons of pressure on T-Bay now. Ooh.
That's a big open.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a massive shot for Taylor. Not even just for himself and in his match, just to try to get this team rebooted and a bit of a spark, and Toppler's rolling. So
yeah, Toppler's got 768 after the 7th frame.
You know what? I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for footwork there. He was solid.
You might as well give him 10 out of 10 because that's the best footwork he'll ever have. So
that's a huge shot by Taylor.
And Greg doesn't roll out the corner. But huge, right? This, if Greg picks this, is still going to give him a lead after 7, but they are down a couple doubles.
Yeah.
So the team total will flip probably.
Yep.
But 3 frames to play.
Yeah, they need to come out with a good 8th frame here for sure. But when Toppler's on the other side looking for a couple of Yahtzees up there, then
yeah. Yeah,
great shot by Sam.
All right. So this is Wes's first shot at a full rack here in frame 8. Great shots.
That's a Yahtzee. Toppler's just rolling.
Oh, Rich.
Yeah, and he's in the lineup now.
Yeah. Got to figure it out, Rich. Dig deep. Alyssa, same. You got to dig deep here. Pam's in the same situation, or sorry, Marcello's in for Pam. So Alyssa's got to battle her way against Marcello.
Yeah, I mean, Rich has thrown a couple of good shots in there, but he has yet to look comfortable in any sort of fashion.
Come on, Elon, shoot a couple more satellites up in the atmosphere for me, please.
No ham bone for Taylor.
Oh, their lane camera just went down. Hopefully they can get that back up and running for us here.
Great shot by Cello there.
Yeah. We can see Taylor spared it by the scoreboard, but we cannot see the play. All right, Jen's working on a double here. Greg got a strike, apparently.
Oh, she got it out left. Does she pull it? Does she pull it? Good shot. So still advantage to Taylor in that match, but she'll be within 2 balls with 2 frames to go. So still within striking distance.
We're having some technical difficulties at the T-Bay Bowling Club, but hopefully we'll get that back up and running here shortly. Once it comes back, we'll bring up their feed.
Going for a second Yahtzee. Here we go. Great shot. 2 Yahtzees. Here we go. So another great frame for Toppler and a great frame for T-Bay. We got a match, guys.
Yeah, we will continue play as is, even though we can't see T-Bay Bowling Club's lane. We'll wait for that camera to come back, but we'll continue the match. So Parker and Sam are more than welcome to continue throwing.
That's a 6-pack. Holy.
6-pack of Bruniverse, maybe? Huh?
Maybe.
I think they only come in 4-packs, so.
True. True, but they're tall boys.
That's right.
So really, a 4-pack of tall boys is really just a 6-pack. Yeah, Rich just seems lost out there.
Oh, there we go. I think we got their cameras back. Let's bring it up. There we go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Sam throws the
Triple.
turkey. Those are huge turkeys right now. Massive strikes right now as Toppler is just rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to keep looking at it as doubles now, right? So
yeah,
obviously Parker has a double at top. Kevin has a double down below. Possible double here from Marcello.
That's a huge shot by West too.
But Sam and West both have doubles up top. Greg can have one down below. So it's getting tight here.
Great shot by Cello.
Oh.
Here we go. Every ball is really important.
Yeah. I can't have any glaring mistakes now.
Great shot by Alyssa. Here we go. I don't know what Taylor's trying to say up there right now, but another huge shot. This match is going to come right down the line.
Great shot by Jen.
Huge.
Great shot.
Both
Hey.
teams are just on fire right now. So for those reading the comments out there, Fipen U needs a brand of whiskey. I don't like drinking beer. You know what? If this beer goes well, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, there's I happen to know some people in the distillery business, so you never know if this beer goes well.
You're from the country though. That's moonshine. You can't sell that.
oh. Kevin, 6-pack.
Holy, what a frame for both teams. This
Okay,
is huge coming down the line. So what are we at there, Kerry? That's 1,092, and can you see what Toppler's got there?
It's like 1,090. No, 11. I unfortunately can't see it on my side either. So that is their feed coming into us.
It looks like a low 1,100. Oh, good push, good push. But both teams coming in with 3 doubles. Huge.
Yeah.
It's a big shot by Parker. No, Sam's played a really solid game. She just had the one misstep in frame 6, and unfortunately, that's going to be the one that's going to cost her this match. But
so it looks like 11:53.
Yeah, you bet that looks right. But these points are huge for team totals too. Great game. 318 for Sam. Unfortunately, that's going to equate to a loss, but a very well thrown game.
Parker keeps packing it on here. 8-pack.
With the 8-bagger. Going for the golden turkey.
Is that what a 9-bagger is? The golden turkey?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Push. Ooh. Wes just hit with the corner.
Yeah, good shots by both Sam and Wes. Just a little bit high, but some good fingers on it for it to roll out a bit.
Great game by Parker. 381.
Huge game.
We'll want to talk to Parker after for Toppler Roses.
That's
a huge open there.
Yeah.
Rich can steal this if he bangs out.
Oh, big push. So he's got 214 with 2 balls to go. He's got this match. Oh, no, sorry. He's a 204. Sorry.
204.
204 with 2 balls to go. So. All right, 5 is good here. No, it's not. He needs my math is terrible. He needs 8.
Yeah, he needs them all. He needs it all for the win.
Wow. What a match.
Wow. Okay. Well, so T-Bay got away with a point there.
Alyssa goes side.
That's when we need the internet to be its strongest. Let's go.
So Alyssa will finish up with 208.
Just needs a good count here.
Yeah, Chella's got 39 and 7.
Oh man. Yeah, side for the win.
Yeah, if it picks a side, it should bring him to 214 if my quick math is right.
I don't know. I don't trust your math anymore.
139 plus 35 is 174 plus 40. Yeah, 214.
No. He literally needs a side now.
Well, now, yeah, because he chaired the 3-pin.
Yeah.
My math was right this time, but he chaired the 3-pin.
Needs the side. Oh, man, this is Taylor opening up there in the fourth player really hurts them. They had a chance to steal team total here.
Totally. Now Jen has a chance to come back and steal that match too.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've given away
2 matches cost by misses at the end. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, pinning is huge.
But there's the advantage of getting up there and being done first sometimes too. And I don't know if they knew what they needed, but I think they did.
Right. Let's see what Jen's got going here.
Oh, that's
Big
a great
strike.
shot. She needs the. No, she does. I'm not even gonna pretend.
Greg with the double.
So 264. Right, 264. She should be at 279 right now. No,
She has a max of 309.
she's at 264 right now.
She needs this strike. Nope.
So max out at 284. So
Yeah.
that match will also go to.
So
TV.
5-3 split.
Yeah, it's looking that way. That's for sure.
Yeah, because they've pretty much all but locked up team total here, unless something drastic happens. Like Kevin would have to punch and foul, right? So
Yeah, Greg's only got 45 points left up there, right? So
yeah, team total's locked. He can get to 301, and Kevin can get to 353, right? So, or 358. Right, 5-3.
So that'll give him, he picks the spare. It's 296 already and 9, so he's got that match already done.
Yeah.
So it will end up being 5-3 split.
299 for Greg. Yeah. So 5-3 for Toppler Roses. That's huge.
And another 300 for Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, both teams played good, a little bit of struggling in the middle there for T-Bay, but you shoot 1300s, you're going to have a chance of winning your match every time. And Toppler just pulled really, really well.
Yeah, so that gives Toppler 24 points for 4 matches. So they're sitting pretty good. All right, we will bring in our outgoing manager and Stacy, and then Stacy, if we could talk to Parker at some point, that would be fantastic. And we'll talk to Taylor, and we'll just talk to Taylor. All right, bring them in here. All right.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So,
Hello.
was looking like a 7-1 split turned into a 5-3, or a 7-1 win turned into a 5-3 split there, Stacy.
Yeah, it was a good, really good match, right? Lots of strikes, lots of marks, period, right? So it was exciting, anyways.
Yeah, it was interesting watching all the matches and trying to figure out what the points were going to end up being and stuff like that. There was lots of Yahtzees, lots of ham bones. There's even an 8-bagger in there. So great playing.
Yeah, you guys just kept matching strikes up there. It was awesome. You guys came out of that commercial break just firing, and it was great. It was an absolutely awesome match all around.
It was extra time for them to stretch, maybe.
Maybe.
yeah. A few of the old guys needed it. Rich in particular.
He's probably watching this. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
So after your 4 matches, Toppler Roses have taken the lead in the Rusted Petal division, 24
Perfect.
over 23. So good
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, great playing. Awesome day for you guys too.
Taylor, obviously not. Oh, you're being shuttled out of that area.
Yeah, I didn't have a mask, so I had to leave.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll stand over here by where my beer is.
Yeah. So you guys stole a couple matches there late in that to make it a 5-3 split. Congrats. And Sam, big leader up top again.
Yep. Just coming in, throwing the strikes, getting everybody pumped up. Not having another team physically with you it's kind of hard to get those juices flowing. So you really got to find a lineup that meshes well with everybody to get people throwing.
Yeah, you guys played really well. Anytime you shoot 1300s, there's a pretty good chance that you win your match. And Toppler just played just as good, just slightly better, right?
Yeah, a couple extra strikes in their big string up top, and that was really the difference overall.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are you thinking? What are you thinking for the next match? Are you guys home or away for next match?
Next match, so we've been sort of rotating our. That means literally nothing to my lineup, so I couldn't even tell you what we are.
Perfect. Think about it. We'll bring it
My
back.
lineup goes.
Think about it. We'll talk about it in a little bit.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you guys soon.
You're getting muted.
Do you want me to get Parker, Carrie?
Yeah, please bring
Here,
in Parker.
Parker. Thanks,
All
guys.
that noise was giving me anxiety.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas. See you
Merry
guys.
Christmas. See ya.
Merry Christmas.
It's very busy in Mario, obviously.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Hey, pretty good.
Good. Great game. 381, right?
Yeah, that was a nice finish. Good for the team to keep the undefeated streak. That was what we were just talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you guys earned this one, right? I mean, there was no doubt that T-Bay was playing great, and you guys were forced to throw strikes, and you guys did. It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think he started with, I don't know, but I think he went open 4-bagger. And I was telling Rich, I picked in 3, and I was like, well, geez, now I'm down another. I got to throw a 3 or 4-bagger just to match him.
Yeah. She opened frame 6 there, and like that was definitely the
5
maker.
blow by, I think.
Yeah. So that's the difference maker. And then she went right back to throwing strikes. So, kudos to you for continually throw strikes when you had to, right? Awesome.
Yeah, it was a good match, and it helps having Kevin at the end firing up, throwing a 6-bagger coming off the lanes. So
yeah, he started out a little bit slow, but you just know that when Kevin finds it, he's just going to run with it, right? So
it's a huge momentum boost for the team as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's massive. So congrats, guys. You guys took over first place after 4 matches. So great playing, and we'll see you guys after the Christmas holidays. Have a good break.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, Parker.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
All right, we will run our commercial, and we'll get into the third and final match of the day, and the final match of 2021.
Yeah.
Finally. All right.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
So our third and final match, like we were saying, we'll bring up the here. It's between T-Bay Bowling Club and the BPG Bombers. Huge match in the Rusted Petal division. The Bombers are sitting third right now after 4 matches. So this is a statement maker, I do believe. And T-Bay now sitting after 3 matches. They only got 11 points. So they need to make a move here. So
Yeah, Bombers a couple games over 5 or a couple points over 500. T-Bay a couple points below 500. Both of those teams are definitely going to want to make a good run at a bunch of points for this match. It's going to come down to the end, and top 3 is getting tight up there already. So they are both looking for a win this game. That's for sure.
yeah. All right, we'll bring in our representatives for the teams. Hopefully Taylor's in a quieter area this time, so we don't get our ears blown out. If we might have to mute him while he's not talking. So without further ado, from T-Bay Bowling Club, we have Taylor Michelle. And from the BPG Bombers, we have Miss Jen Baldwin is representing the team today.
We had some drama, but we're okay now.
Okay, good. All right, so let's go with you, Taylor. We'll get yours out of the way quickly here. What's your lineup?
We got Sammy James, and we got Dan off the double bench, so he's in 2 spot. Alyssa 3, myself 4, Greg 5, and we got the old Schwartz Swallow coming again off the bench. He came in aggressive and strong last game, so I don't see any reason to change that.
Perfect. Awesome. And then Jen, who's in the lineup for the home team here?
No, she's frozen.
We lost her. Let's bring her back in here.
All right, we win by default. Very good. I'm not immune by the ball. Let's go.
Jen, who's in the home team lineup?
My team, I'm here now. Sorry. Our team lineup is Daryl, Danielle, Heidi, Mark, and Matt, with Aaron on the bench if he can get here due to
and we lost Jen. So
severe groin injury.
Fill in the blanks. I like it. We'll get the match started here right away. Good luck, guys, and play well.
Okay.
Thanks, sirs.
All right. Technical difficulties are always fun. Jen did a great job. Unfortunate for her internet there. But yeah, we're ready to go. And Aaron is on the bench for the Bombers. So
I'm going to try to figure out what's going on because I think the world needs to know now.
yeah. Well, Taylor filled us in. It was a groin injury. It's tough.
Hashtag where's Aaron?
Yeah. All right.
Which lanes did they choose?
Not too sure. Not too sure where what set the Bombers are playing on. Hopefully my internet smartens up here for them. Daryl leading off. That's I guess Aaron was their normal lead off, so a little bit of a change for them. Ooh.
Yeah. So there was apparently an accident on the hen day.
Oh, okay. Hey, good clean for Daryl.
So we're working on getting team totals up there as well for the Bombers. Should be just a couple minutes here, but ooh. All right, so both leadoffs start with 15s.
Yep.
That accident on the hen day must be bad because I'm assuming that Aaron would have been there half an hour early. You would think.
You would definitely think. There, Danny with the strike. right.
Let me see if I can work on getting team totals up there on my end.
All right. Dan's first shots this week. Not the shots he was looking for, but Heidi with another chop off. That's one thing we've noticed with Heidi. She's always on the middle. It's just a matter of getting the pins to react the way she wants them to react, right? She needs that roll. Alyssa, big strike. Nice shot by Johnstone.
Perfect. Okay, it looks like they got the Bombers' name up there now, so we will be getting team totals now. So that's good. Awesome.
Fortunately, with their camera placement, it looks like we won't be able to see total very well.
Oh, and Taylor spares a split. It is mind-blowing how bouncy the mats are there. It's crazy.
Split
killer shot
in 4 matches.
Killer shot is what comes up. Yeah, that's very accurate. That's insane. That's a big boost to your team, especially early on in a match too.
All right, frame for them. Three marks for the Bombers. Ooh.
Yeah, so 3 marks each for both teams. So not a bad start.
Oh, didn't get the push there for Sam.
Yeah, good shot. It looks like she had some good fingers on that shot too, but didn't roll out. Huge shot by DB, just absolutely buried in that left pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, and she blows by.
And Danny, another
good shot by Danielle. It's a big early on double. I'm going to send Elon a very sternly written email asking for another satellite.
Yeah, please do.
Just for 5-pin you.
Yeah.
Good shot, Dan.
Yeah. Even the feed coming in, unfortunately, we can't see the Bombers total very well. Got to figure out at Sherwood Bowl how we can set up the camera so we get a clearer feed for this. Alyssa with the split.
Big shot by Johnny.
Yeah. So speaking of, let's bring up some of the individual stats for these two teams here. So Bombers, obviously, lots of solid play from their guys, all 250 plus. Sleeping Giants are right in there too. Taylor Michelle obviously has been playing super solid. He's sparing splits all the time, so hard not to throw good scores when you're doing that.
Isn't that the truth? And then you throw strikes on top of them. So taking
Yeah.
full advantage of those unsparable spares.
Yeah. Sam's been super solid for the Sleeping Giants up top. She's her average doesn't show how good she's been playing. Obviously, shooting 300 last time will help support that a little bit, but
yeah, I mean Daryl's averaging 255, Mark's averaging 266, Matt is 260, Aaron is 252, Danielle is 251. Like they're all playing solid. Heidi's averaging 191, and that's surprising to me. She's so solid, but I mean the last match that she had, she was hitting lots. It was just corners and chops and headpins. So
yeah,
just
I
a
think
matter
those
of
are
just,
those are 2 half games in there for her as well, right? So
yeah,
you're being pulled or you're being put in. Like it's tough to find something when you're put in, unless that it's usually that first shot. If that first shot's a strike, usually you put together a huge four frame block. But if it's a punch, it's you're coming in cold. It's hard to find something that quick, right? For a
totally.
substitute.
So Sam throws 2 good shots for a couple of corners and then misses both of them when it's a huge momentum swing there. And then Daryl comes out with a massive double. So big swing to Daryl's favor there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Danielle yanked that one left, but far enough left that she got 2 out of it. So that's all right.
Headpin strike, headpin for Dan.
Yeah, a couple people struggling early.
Yeah. Coming into the Rusted Petal division, did you have any inklings who you kind of would see or who you would think would be at the top of the division halfway through the league? Like, to me, you would think T-Bay Bowling Club would be one of the hottest teams, one of the bigger teams to beat. They have lots of superstars on that team, and
yeah, absolutely. They are. Yeah, superstars is the right word. I mean, Dan's incredible. Taylor is absolutely amazing, and Greg is, I'm going to say, top 2 in the country, top 5 minimum. Just unbelievable. So yeah, I would definitely put T-Bay up near the top. But then next gen, I think is they're going to be a tough team to beat too. They're all young, but young isn't a bad thing at all. You know, you can kind of freewheel a little bit easier as a young guy, I think, and they're all so ultra talented.
Yeah.
They were definitely a pick to be at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, obviously, all these teams are filled with lots of players that are really, really good. Like, these teams wouldn't be playing if they didn't think they could win the whole thing. But just when it comes to thought, you see the lineups and stuff like that, that I just see, especially these 2 teams, the Bombers and T-Bay. Lots of superstars on the team. Toppler Roses full of superstars. It's neat to see how this whole thing shakes out, right?
Right. It's a super tough division. It is really, really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, not that either division is, you know, a cakewalk. Neither of them are, but this division is really tough, and like that's why you're starting to see teams that, if you are struggling, you're in really tough. The Mighty Plucks are in a really tough position now because, you know, they are in a tough division, and every team is super solid. And if you struggle, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah. Yeah, the only really good thing is they're not even halfway through their schedule yet, so they had a really rough start. But if you win the back 5 matches, you're right in there. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
there's nobody's dead in the water yet, which is the great part about this pro league, right?
Totally. Really solid frame for the Bombers there. Only the 1 open, but 4 marks and looks like 3 doubles up there, so that's huge.
And that tells you why Taylor throws the ball hard. He needs those spare splits, or the
That's
split
right.
spares, because he is not good at pinning. just bugging you, Taylor. It's everybody has those frames where you just don't know what the heck you were doing, right? Okay, so tough headpin for Greg. Daryl's just right to go, eh? He's right up there the whole time.
It appears Aaron has arrived.
Oh yeah, Aaron's warming up. That's a great thing about this pro league is due to the nature of it, you can warm up on the side. It doesn't matter as long as you're not physically playing in the match. So.
All right, so looking for T-Bay to get a bit of a spark here.
Yeah.
No one's playing right now. They need something.
Yeah. Yeah, Alyssa's really got the only action working. And she's even got a split in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a great shot by DB.
Poor Sam, she's been throwing it in the pocket, getting tapped. Can't pick the deuce for the spare, and then headpin. They rub the wound in, right?
Yeah, and the problem is, even if you're starting to think about a pull here sometime soon, who do you pick right now?
Yeah. It's unfortunately at this point the pull isn't really. Oh, nice for Danny. The pull isn't really going to make a huge difference right at this point in time. So you got to see what shakes out, see who finds something, and then you make your pull, right?
And then if you already feel like team total is kind of getting out of hand, then you start trying to pick who do you pull to try to steal a match in there too.
Yeah.
That's a great shot by Dan.
Yeah. Oh, Heidi finds a strike. It's been a while for her. The pins don't like to fall over for her at Sherwood Bowl the last few matches for her.
It's funny though because she bowls Sunday nights and she's been playing lights out on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 hours later, things are just a little bit different for her. It's crazy. That's a big shot by Alyssa.
All right, T-Bay's starting to put some stuff together. Johnny's super solid. Hey, Dexter, your call.
That's a ham bone. Making John Moan's day over there.
Yeah. Taylor with another punch. A lot of this too, like a lot of people may not know, or a lot of the players may not even know that there's an MVP awards that is sponsored by JBrains.ca. So it's maybe a feather in the cap, right? You get a little MVP award at the end of this whole pro league and stuff like that. So there's something to shoot for individually as well.
Huge ball by Matt there. That's just another massive frame for the BPG Bombers, living up to their team name.
Yep.
The way things are going, Aaron may have driven all the way here through the traffic and through the accident to not to get to play at all. But that's okay. That's part of being a good teammate.
That's right. And that's the tough thing about one game match weeks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, nothing better than, even though a person's not going to get in, to be there with their team to help root them on and support them, right? That's a huge part of the game too. All right, fifth frame before the commercial break here. BPG's absolutely rocking and rolling, and T-Bay needs to find their stride here.
Yeah, T-Bay's looking to try to build some sort of momentum going into the next half.
What's the ideal score you want to see for your team headed into frame 6? Probably 600?
Yeah, I would say so. Like just around 600 with a couple of marks not counted on yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another huge shot by Daryl. That's a ham bone.
Hear Daryl in the background too.
Oh, that's really good shot by Dan. Some good mix of the pins too. It just you think he's going to get a string pull, but it looks like those two pins kind of rolled around each other and smacked each other in the back and couldn't extend that string. Great shot by Danielle there too.
Good spare by Dan.
Yeah, a couple of spares. I'm sure they'll take that at this point, even though they know every spare they're losing ground still. But it's a start.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you're playing for matches at this point, Alyssa needs to stay ahead of Heidi here.
Anything coming into that right pocket right now is tough for Sam and Alyssa. Just you've seen a few solid blow throughs coming in from that right side.
Yeah, exactly. Good clean for Heidi. 100 at the half, nothing wrong with that.
Alyssa makes her spare, keeping this frame black for them.
We gave Parker the 381 call. Was that? Oh no, he fouled in the match before. No, I don't remember.
It was the match before, yes.
Yeah.
That's a Yahtzee.
Yahtzee, baby.
John Stone's got both sides of the headpin rolling right now.
Yeah. Taylor with 3 headpins in a row. I think he's looking at the yank chain off for himself.
Him, Greg, Sam, they're all. Someone's got to go here soon.
Another 7.
And he's still got a lead on Greg.
Yeah.
And that's another ham bone. Here we go.
I think the Bombers are hunting down the team total high score, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, we can't quite tell what their score is. It looks like it's well into the 700s against the 437 for T-Bay. So we'll roll into our second commercial, and then we'll bring back the rest of the match.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
All right, now it's time to see how our teams react to the flip of the script, the commercial break there. T-Bays needs to get going here, and BPG's looking to keep their roll.
Yeah, absolutely. T-Bay's got some work ahead of them for sure. So Bombers are at 719. Daryl's got 150 and 5. Obviously, with Mark still counting. Danny's got 117 on a double. Heidi's got 107. Mark is perfect through the first 5. And then Matt's got 165 and 6 on a double as well. So they're up 300 already with a whole bunch of marks to go. And there's a Yahtzee for Daryl. They are just rolling.
Great spare for Sam. Yeah, unfortunately, even though like getting spares is going to be absolutely crucial for T-Bay, it's not enough. You need to start compounding strikes here.
Yeah, exactly.
After the start the Bombers had.
That's exactly it. I mean, they're in a position now where they all need to match what the Bombers did in the first half, and then hope that it flips the scripts and that the Bombers do what T-Bay has done in the first half. But that's not looking likely right now. Spares are unfortunately not enough at the moment.
No. It's tough to know what goes through everybody's mind coming into like a week like this. Like the Bombers coming in, they're sitting all right. They have they're above 500. They only have one match this week. It's right before Christmas break. Do you think they come in with all the intentions of having everything they got, or is it kind of like, oh, once this is over, then we can really focus on the last half? Or
I don't. You know what? I know what those guys. They all came in fired up for this one for sure.
Yeah.
Especially since their first 2 matches were not good, right? And then the last 2 matches they played really, really well with them. I'm sure they were excited to be out, and I'm sure that they were coming in pumped up to try to, solidify a pretty good standing spot for the second half.
Yeah. And then the exact flip for Taylor's giving himself the yank here. So Wes is in 4 punches in a row will do that.
And only spared one of them. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Real hack out there.
So Danny goes 5- on her double, which brings that match a little bit closer. She needs to pick her pins here, but Dan throws a strike that's 127, and he's within striking distance. He's within 1 ball of Danny now. So
exactly. So for T-Bay coming into this week, right? They've literally had the longest break you could have. Only throwing 2 matches early in the year. And then you come into here and now all of a sudden you need to have 2 decent matches because the league or the division is already filling out because some of these teams have played 6 matches now, right?
Absolutely.
It's a lot for them, but I'm hoping that they realize like they still have half a season next year where these other teams, they only have 2 matches before playoffs. Like they have a longer wait now than these guys did at the start. So
for sure. They're definitely going to be looking for individual points now, right? I mean, first position is going to be real tough. 4th and 5th are going to be really tough, if not impossible. But, second position and third position are both up for grabs. It looks like Aaron's in for Heidi.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 matches that you can get at now.
Yeah. It's definitely different. It's unique. It's not the Open. It's not the Masters. It's the Pro League. And this is where you got to find a different gear and a way to play in these type of matches.
Yep, absolutely.
The commercial break, the tangle, the two players ahead of them slowed them down. We'll blame it all on them. And somebody knocked the camera.
That's okay. I'm sure he will be more than happy with 206. Having a 100 pin advantage, 110 pin advantage with 4 frames to go is a good feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Are you surprised that Taylor made the yank for him in that match against Johnstone, where, like you said, it's almost a lock already? Do you?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised. I mean, he was the lowest of them, and in all honesty, I mean, first 4 and 5 are almost all locks already, anyways. So they're all in the same position, and the other two are tight enough that, and they're playing better than the others. It's hard to make that pull. So no, I think it definitely had to be one of those three, and Taylor is the one that's struggling the worst, and I'm sure his wife is standing behind him being like, "You suck, get out." So
yeah. So obviously the BPG Bombers momentum is definitely slowed down. So T-Bay, this is kind of your spot where you need to get going.
Yeah, absolutely. Try to steal some matches in there.
Yeah.
There's an earthquake.
Where they have that camera set up is obviously not the nominal position.
Yeah, I don't know what they even have it attached to.
Don't know. It's shaky though.
That's all right. Daryl going for the 6-pack. That's some beer, baby.
There you go.
Absolute bomb. Great shot, DB.
Sam with another right corner. Hopefully she can pick this one.
DB's not commentating this week, so he's trying to find any way he can get on to talk on this thing, or what? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, pretty much.
Great spare by Sam. Atta girl.
Ooh. Skinny on Dan's side there. Battle of the Dans.
Yeah, that's right. One of the Dannies are going to win.
Yep.
This becomes a really big shot for Dan, though. Clutched up. So that's an advantage to him now, too. Yeah. So advantages to T-Bay Bowling Club in spot 2 and 3.
It's kind of funny how you look at the matches. When you start, obviously you want to win 6-2 or 7-1. But after the commercial break, they're probably thinking, oh, man, if we can escape losing 6-2, that's not horrible.
No, you're exactly right. You got to, cut your losses at points too, right? And sometimes there's not much you could do. I mean, you know what? They played great last match, and they come into this match, and there's been a couple of 4-baggers, well, 2 5-baggers, a 4-bagger, a 6. Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can only weather the storm so long until the storm makes you sink, and then you just try to throw out the dinghies and hope that a few people survive.
Yeah. Well, Aaron's pumped up. So he's going to try and salvage that match against Alyssa. She's got the double going on.
Yeah, it's a big double in there.
Well, I think that's the first legit spare that Taylor's name has ever seen. It's not a split spare. It's not. Taylor, I hope you enjoy the commentary on this match. Oh. Johnny's back on it.
Just that one commercial break, eh?
Yep. Oh, Greg.
Greg says he wants to burn the place down. Great shot by Maddie.
Yeah. You think this is a statement piece for the Bombers? I think they're looking to show who needs to be messed with in that division.
Yep, agreed.
Now I'm even. Did Toppler play BPG? They did right at the very first week.
Right.
I would like to see that match now. Right.
Both teams like finding momentum and some chemistry and just absolutely rolling.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't have one for 7.
Lucky number 7. Sam missed the spare there. I think this is kind of the point where you see the frustrations start to set in. They're not quite throwing the ball the way they were the first game, and
yeah, I mean, now you see some of them just going through the motions, right? And then you get amped up for the 2 that are trying to steal a match, but you're going to see Sam and Taylor and Greg just up there just throwing balls because team total is a long ways away at this point.
Yeah, it's not within sight. It's 400 pin difference already. Or 350, sorry, but you're just trying to steal these 2 points. Keep them in your team side.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big shot by Dan.
And Danny leaves corner.
So definite advantage to Dan Taylor now in that match. Danny's got 165 in 8, hoping for the spare. Oh, skinny. And Dan, so 167 with a spare in 8, and Dan's got 172 on a double.
Alyssa's chop off was high pocket. Like that could have been a cruncher.
Yeah, it's interesting how the right side coming for her coming in from the right side is not good. Every time she's got everything to the left side, it's been money, but the right side of the head pin is not rewarding her at all right now, and it should be.
Been kind, yeah. Big spare for her.
Yeah, massive.
Aaron's coming, so you gotta keep the pressure. You gotta keep rolling.
Good shot by Wes. He's done really well coming off the bench both games.
Oh yeah, he's been doing really good. Oh.
Pick his wood for 239 and 8. So Wes can bang out for 256. So that match is all but locked up already for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 is all locked up. 5 was locked up like 3 frames ago.
Yeah. So 797 for T-Bay Bowling Club, and looks like BPG is at 1,200, 1184.
Yeah,
or
can't say
1084
for sure.
Yeah,
1084 makes sense. It's an absolute peach.
Yeah, 11-14. There you go.
Yeah. Gonna be hard to make up 300 pins in 2 frames.
Especially when they got 2 doubles working, the Bombers against the 1 double by Dan for the T-Bay. Yeah.
And a corner spare in there.
Right, and a corner spare.
Great shot. You know what? That's the advantage, right? You come out hot. You come out throwing strikes early. You build up a bit of a lead, and then you can freewheel. You could just throw balls and not stress and just let everything happen naturally. And such a huge advantage. You can definitely come back from having a slower start and find that rhythm, but if you find it right away, it's just so hard for a team to catch you.
Yeah. A few miscues from Sam here as the leadoff player, which is tough. A lot of pressure on that leadoff player to be playing really well, but when the pin carry's not there and you're not making your spares, it's
biggest thing at this point for her is that she needs to come off the lane super positive, because you have 2 people right behind you that are trying to fight for the only 2 points that are possible for you right now. So you need to make sure that you come off super positive and happy and supportive right away. Although Danny threw another split here, so I mean Dan throws this one and that match is pretty much locked up for them. Yeah. So big advantage to Dan now, barring some major catastrophe.
all right. This is the other big point that's still up for battle.
Big shot by Aaron.
Gets the push.
Alyssa's still in control of this match.
Oh yeah. She just needs to get hit here. Push. Right. Right at
Good
the
shot.
square.
She's been playing really solid.
Yeah. It's going to come down to the 10th frame for them, which is good.
This becomes a really big spare, though. Great shot by Johnny.
Good
half.
Nice. And this whole commentary for everybody watching, there's no favorites, no nothing. You just want to see good matches and you want to see good scoring for like the Alyssa Aaron match. Like that's a prime example. Alyssa's been playing really well. Aaron's come in off the bench and has thrown 3 massive shots to get back into that match.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. Awesome. That's how bowling is.
Absolutely. And again, every point matters. I mean, even if you are going to lose, 7-1, 6-2, you are fighting for every point, because down the line, it's only 8 games. Like, everyone's going to lose a game there, right? And it's just how you lose. And those points can be massive down the line.
Yeah.
Another absolutely stellar frame from the Bombers there. They're going to pull Greg for a dose score here right away.
I'm pretty sure Greg wants to be pulled for a dose score right away.
So if Aaron bangs out, he can get to 300 on the nose.
Right, unless he can get the 306.
Right.
So she's still in control of that match.
Yep. Still forces Aaron to throw that double. Great shot by Sam there.
Daryl's having a phenomenal game.
Absolutely.
Couple miscues, but
great shot. Potential 363 up there. It's amazing how the game gets so much easier when it's done, eh?
Yeah. Probably the easiest double Sam's thrown in a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, solid shot.
All right, so Danielle going into this frame has 190. So she can max out at 235. Dan's already at 217.
Yeah. Great game
great
for Daryl.
shot.
Great shot for Dan. Dan secured that point. Daryl 363.
Yeah, huge game for him. That's awesome. Oh, that's a ham bone.
Almost missed it.
Almost. Good shot by Danielle there.
So they only got to beat 1434. That 1347.
Sorry?
They got to beat 1434 to get the league high total. Or 1435 to get league high total. They're well on their way over that.
Oh, absolutely. Dan finishes with a 6-pack. 307. I mean, honestly, in frame 4, nobody was rolling at all, and then Dan finds a way to bring it back and gets to 307 and get his team a point. That's huge. It's big.
Yeah, that's super huge. All right, here's the last point up for grabs. Alyssa has control. She can get the 306 to Aaron's 301.
Yeah. Aaron can get to 300 on the nose.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Looks good.
She got it to the right side,
shot.
and it went. That's huge.
It didn't have as much sweep as usually her ball does. Kind of laid there. That's a good hit.
Maybe a little bit more aggressive on that shot. Adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah.
Big shot for Aaron here. Throws the
huge.
bomb.
Yeah. Maybe it's a lesson that Aaron should show up on time. Huh?
Yeah.
Huge hit, Alyssa.
Oh, good ball, too.
Oh,
so
man.
she can finishes with 391.
Aaron
so
needs
that
the
means
strike.
Aaron needs a strike and a count.
Yeah.
Strike 6 to tie. Strike 7 to win. Assuming Alyssa picks this corner. That's a big spare. You know, making him not punch on the last ball is huge. Good shot.
He still needs side of the middle, right? Or kickback, but side of the middle to steal that point.
What a job coming in off the bench, though.
Yeah.
And I mean, what a super solid game by Alyssa. Never missed the middle, never missed a spare opportunity, and left no wood. It's as clean as a game can get. So really well thrown by Alyssa there. See, and that's why that corner is huge.
Yeah.
What a job for Aaron coming back, but great game all around for both of them. Wow.
Yeah, it was huge off the bench. And Alyssa to pick that corner was absolutely massive. Well deserved for Alyssa, though, right? Like you said,
Absolutely.
she played super solid. To Aaron to come off the bench and steal it would be pretty heartbreaking, but speaks to how well Aaron came off the bench, right? That those things happen.
Yep. Mark gets a 2 out of 10 for his footwork there, but
little bit
but
of
a 10 out of 10 for placement. Oh, look how easy that game is, Greg. We should have an over and an under how many jugs of beer they're going to have after this.
Yeah.
Good shot for Johnny there. Great game for Johnny, 324.
With that, the Bombers are tied with the Holy Rollers with a game in hand.
Huge.
23 points each. Got a little tight at the top there.
Looks like Alyssa's analyzing the scores up there at the moment. Match is over. Don't worry about it. Great shot by Maddie there.
Yeah. We'll let BPG Bombers just finish up here before we bring in anybody to talk to them.
Yeah, Maddie's going to try to wait for that ball to come back so he can get to 400, but they're throwing the ball down the wrong gutter. And they got to bring it back. Just send somebody down there.
Oh, man. Maddie's picking up somebody else's soft roll.
That's the star line for sure.
Or Starline, sorry.
Yeah, he's got Aaron's star line, I'm pretty sure.
It was throwing lots of strikes up there, Matt. Just think that. Lots of strikes. Not the same feeling. Hey, Matt, it's all good. He's going to be frustrated that he didn't get to his 400, but what matters is his team won and he got his point.
Yeah, stellar game all around. So 375 for Maddie. Wow, what a game.
1574. It's the new high.
Yeah, just smashed it. Wow. That was going to be tough to beat.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll bring in our outgoing manager here, Mr. Taylor.
We're gonna bring in Alyssa too,
Yes.
I think, as well.
Let's see if she's available.
So,
Bringing Taylor right
can
now.
I do this?
Hey, Taylor. Oh,
That's
Hey,
the
I'm
best
trying
view
to.
we've had of you.
Sorry, I'm trying to do a group shot. All right, if I do this, like, which one? My right, your left. Give me a sec. Your left. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know left and right. Look at we're doing a twofer.
Really nice.
you did it, man.
How's it going, guys?
It's going.
I locked
Yeah. Alyssa, great match. I don't know if you knew what you needed going down the line or where you were in that match, but super solid all the way through. It was as clean a game as you can get. You hit the middle every time. You made every spare. You picked every pin. So, I mean, stellar match, and that shooting at that left corner, I had a feeling that was going to be an important spare. And it ended up being the winning spare. So good work. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I knew Aaron wouldn't make it easy on me, so every pin was important.
He came in off the bench just absolutely firing. So it was absolutely awesome. Taylor, do you have any plans for the next match? Are you guys going to drink 7 pitchers of beer before your next match, or what's your game plan moving forward?
I don't know. I think we found a pretty good team flow now. Now that we've had 4 matches in 2 days, it's tough too because like our men's team, we all bowl with each other often, but mixing in the ladies in there too. I think other than getting land basted, we had a pretty good day. Like we threw a good first match. The second match it didn't really matter. I just rubbed a little Vaseline on the hole, hope for the best. But in the coming matches, maybe it swings in our favor instead.
I mean, you're right. What you're saying is that they came out firing and they played really well, and there was little you could do about it. I'm going to put Taylor's words into the real world words for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you can paraphrase them. That's fun.
Cole's notes, translator. Yeah.
Well, it was a tough 6-2 loss, but you got those 2 points, and that'll keep you well within reach of the other teams, and you still have 4 more matches. So good luck the rest of the way, guys, and have a good holiday.
Brad, you guys too. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
All right.
Oh, Taylor.
Daryl, who do we have beside you, Daryl?
Yeah, I got Mr. Schwartz here beside me.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we can't hear you, though. So let's just see if I can you hear us now?
Yeah, you bet.
Great playing, guys. That was an absolute hell of a match. Right from the start, you guys were all unreal. So congratulations.
Yeah, it was a big match. Obviously, a little bit of an audible thrown. I wasn't going to be in the lineup. I was going to be third, or I was going to be on the bench, obviously dealing with manager duties without Allison here for the weekend. But Aaron got tied up, and I think had a late night last night. He fessed up to it after a few frames, but we just made a quick change, and obviously it came together for me. It was a good start, and obviously the guys at the bottom, Johnny and Schwartz, were throwing huge too along with me. So felt good. Can't complain.
Yeah, totally. Sometimes when there's a kink in the system and you guys just got to go with what you got to go with, and it kind of takes all the pressure off, and you guys could just throw, and that was awesome. You guys lived up to your team name.
Yeah, it wasn't obviously ideal because you're sitting here waiting, 20 minutes before, and then, okay, is he coming? Are they showing up, or what's happening? So, we're setting up, and then at some point you just had to make the call and say, okay, this is what's happening, and we're going to make a change, and then we're going to roll with it. Obviously, the cool thing about the 5 PL is that Aaron can warm up on the side and be ready to go when he needed to, and that was what the message was to him: just be ready to go, be ready to go. It just had that feeling when Heidi missed that second ball that, let's get something different, and let's see if we can bring Aaron in, and he'll, so many times it happens coming in off the bench, and you can throw a bunch of strikes and steal that match. And I mean, obviously he was 1 pin away from doing it, but heck of a good job for him to come in and throw a bunch and almost got Alyssa.
Well, and you got to think that after fessing up and having a bit of a late night and not getting there on time, you got to think that guy is motivated coming off the bench to help out in any way he can, right? So, do you think there's going to be any mild suspensions or some repercussions or anything like that?
I had my lunch already after this, so
perfect.
some 5-pin Bruna versus
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
It's a
That's
huge
right.
win for us. I mean, honestly, guys,
Massive.
the standings are going to be so tight with Toppler winning both games, and with you guys, Dream Crushers. There's really only one spot, so we're fighting for third. Sure, we play you guys, but it's tight in the standings, man. Like it's not going to be easy. So we need every point.
We're in different divisions, though.
Right, but there's Toppler's now got 4
Right.
wins in ours.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be tight.
Yeah, you guys are actually tied with the Bombers now for second, but you have a game in hand against tied with the Rollers. You have a game in hand against the Rollers. So
yeah, we're going to need them all. I mean, end of the day is we're going to play, and that's what we came out today was to make sure that anybody's playing us in the future knows that when you're playing the Bombers, you're going to have to shoot big. And we got guys here can shoot and play in lineups, and even Matty, can't say enough about him. The guy next to me and Johnny down at the end just was dialed in, throwing huge strikes after strikes. It was a good match for sure for these guys.
So
too.
that's the 5PL team record now, 1574. Is that what you guys end up with?
1570, I think it was.
70.
Yeah,
Nice.
we might need to adjust the pin cushions on lane 15 though, because I'm sure you saw both me. I had to throw a second ball in 10 and 11, and Maddie had to wait for his second ball too, right? Where often
The
one
balls
ball
got
shooters
jammed,
and the ball sort of wait under the cushion. So
Well, they were getting stuck below the cushion before, so we raised it up, and now it's jamming into the mat, so it's got to find the sweet spot.
Yeah, it was definitely. We learned something about our team today, I think, and it was something huge. And we had to, even with the public play that's in here right now, they were 1 lane away from us and basically running in front of us. So that was to do what we did today. It was a huge team feat for us for sure.
Yeah,
and it was nice. We had the youth challenge, like the Edmonton zone contingent. So there was 30 kids here and all their parents here too. So I mean, they weren't right behind us watching, but they were watching, right? And when we come in and we set up the cameras and get it all going, it's just awesome for the bowling environment for these kids to see the future, right? And cameras are set up, our jerseys are there, and right from the frame one, we're ripping it and throwing strikes and cheering hard. I mean, it's just it's an awesome standard to set, and happy to play here at the Sherwood Bowl and everybody come out and watch and play. It's good.
Good day for the sport, guys.
Yeah,
absolutely
awesome. Well, great playing, guys. Obviously, you're just over halfway through your season, and we'll see you guys after the Christmas break. So have a good one.
Hope everybody has a good Christmas, and we'll see you all in the new year.
You too, Maddie.
You too, guys. Congratulations.
All right. Bye. All right. So with that, let's bring up the standings. So like we said, Toppler Roses won both their matches today. They are in firm position of number 1 with 24 points with only 4 games played. And then Holy Rollers and Bombers tied. Bombers have a game in hand on the Rollers. We should fix that in our standings so it shows it properly there for you. And then Next Gen, T-Bay, and Mighty Plex. T-Bay obviously has some work to do. They have a full half of the season left. Mighty Plex have 5 games left, so lots of room for movement there.
You're looking at both those two teams, though, and you've got to think that pretty much at this point, with the way the standings are sitting, if you want to get into the top 3, you've got to win out. You got to win all your matches. I mean, Holy Rollers have played really well this year. They struggled a little bit today, and now they're in tough because you have your top 2 with the Toppler Roses playing really well, the Bombers playing really well, and then the Next Gen's going to come out and play really well too. They're already 6 points over 500, so you got to think that the Holy Rollers, T-Bay, and the Mighty Plex have got to work their asses off to try to win every game from here on out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, crazy how to see how that division is shaking out.
Absolutely.
All right, and then so we are back after the Christmas break. Our first match is back is January 16th. So we have 3 weeks off, 4 weeks off, roughly. And those matches will be between Paradise Marvel and the Okanagan Eclipse. And then the Panorama Mad Hatters against Okanagan Eclipse. And then the Crushers are back in for 1 game against the Mad Hatters. We obviously haven't seen the Okanagan Eclipse for quite a while. So they'll get their next 2 matches in to be halfway through their season after show 9. Some pretty good matches there waiting. Okanagan Eclipse and Panorama Mad Hatters need to have good days in order to get back in there.
Yeah, I know they're excited to get back out and playing. That's for sure. So, looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think we're going to call her here. We'll run our last commercial, and just want to wish everybody a good Christmas and have happy holidays, and we'll see you all in the new year.
Stay safe. See everybody in the new year.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
Mm-hmm.